I just don't want to waste my phone battery. My phone space is rough.
Okay, so now you're being particular?
No, my phone space. Like, I don't have space on my
You
phone.
know this is going to make it into the video, right? Okay, so now you see the real us.
No, start again.
No, this is the real us, so distracted. And I love it, and that's why we work together so well. Hello, everybody.
Now I'm not going to edit that out.
You're not editing it out. Hello, everybody. This is my daughter, Amber, and she is now part of our new channel, PlantTastic Cooking and Gardening. And we do work together quite well, and her strengths are my weaknesses, my strengths are her weaknesses. So we are kind of almost a perfect pair, I would say. Yeah, so we should look how cute we look today together. We coordinated outfits this morning, and I don't look like a garden troll today, which you are unused to seeing.
Hi everyone, I am Amber. I'm really excited to be working with my mama. And yes, when we go on this journey together, I'm super excited to be part of this. I have not historically been a huge cook, so I'm going to be learning alongside a lot of us maybe as we go on this journey together. But I love gardening, I love baking, and I'm excited to learn and show you some of the things that I feel confident in, but also learn, especially from my mom.
She's an amazing baker, and she's a better baker than I am. Although I'm getting really into it now. I've always been a cook, but I'm becoming a better baker because of her, because it's pretty amazing, some of the stuff she makes. All right, so what are we going to do today?
Yeah, so today we are going to learn how to make 2 different drinks, one for my mama, but then also my husband is going to be joining us, and he will show us another cocktail that you can make using some mint. So we have a mint plant here. So we will be doing that today, so it'll be super exciting.
Yeah, and he's not just her husband, he's my son-in-law. Okay.
I'm just kidding. They have a beautiful relationship.
We do. I'm like the luckiest mother-in-law around. So, and he is an amazing bartender. So my drink will be cheap, and his will be amazing. Plantastic.
It will all be fantastic.
All right, so this wasn't how it was supposed to be intended. I was supposed to actually mix the drink the way I normally do with fresh oranges and the fresh ginger. But we won't mention names, but somebody mixed up the schedule, and somebody thought we were supposed to do this next week, and then as of like last night, won't mention names, but somebody said it was today, so...
That was a mutual communication issue.
So we're going to do the easy version.
We'll talk to HR about this issue later.
Yes. That department that we don't have.
That department.
Okay. So we're going to do it the easy way. Normally the way I make this drink is it's an orange and ginger mimosa, but made less expensive, because really, who can afford champagne on the regular? And I mean good champagne, because nobody wants to be drinking that nasty stuff. And so what we're doing is making the mimosa taste kind of like with the fizz, using the soda. And you can get this when you're in a hurry, like today, the ginger ale with the ginger in it. But normally what I would do is I would have a shaker. I would use the zester, and you don't even have to peel it. Put the ginger in, and then you strain it, along with squeezing your own fresh orange juice. But luckily, companies make these orange juices with no pulp. Ooh. So we're going to use this today to make our mimosa instead of freshly squeezed. But because we're PlantTastic, we would recommend freshly squeezing and zesting your ginger into your drink. Oh no, it has a safety thing on it. I wasn't prepared for this. Okay, oh, that was easy. Yeah. Normally I end up spilling it everywhere. All right, so as usual, it's going to be half orange juice. And I'm going to make 3 because Greg, my son-in-law, is going to be coming into the frame.
I was told he gets a drink even if he's not participating in the
Yes,
video.
because he's such a good guy. Of course he gets a drink.
I guess it's okay.
Okay, so about half orange juice. And then if you want to just make a mocktail, you would just do the half ginger ale and with the ginger. And what do you use the ginger with normally? Mules? Is it mules?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you like mules, you should like this version. My blood sugar's low. It won't be after this. And you see, it looks just like a mimosa. I filled them a little bit too much. Anyway, so that's the mocktail. I might have to drink that down a little. We'll try this one here. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay, so then if you don't want it to be a mocktail, there she goes. Just drink off
delicious.
All of them. Pretty good, right? It's refreshing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a really, you did. You drank a lot. Whoa. Okay. So apparently she wasn't thinking brunch, where maybe you'll put like a splash of, you know, your citrus.
I did a great job.
Your orange
I did
citrus
a great
vodka.
job.
But like if it's late morning, you could add a lot more than if it's evening.
Now I have to drink that.
You can fill it. I'm just joking. Anyway, she's just gonna, go a little lighter. Anyway, so
this is for my husband, so I'm allowed to do that.
that's the brunch version. And then you can, for the late morning, evening version.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. All right, so that's it. So you have to see, that one probably tastes really good, right? Cheers.
I won't be able to do the second cocktail.
I think that's delicious.
It's really good.
It's really good. It's just a refreshing drink and again, you don't have to open up a bottle of champagne, and then if you don't have, like, you just want to make yourself one. You're not going to waste a lot of very expensive alcohol. And you can just put in what you want and how much, and it tastes great as a mocktail also.
Yeah, I really love this because it's really refreshing. It actually does taste like a mimosa, which I'm surprised by.
Yeah.
But I feel like
you got it, your mother?
I know. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I just thought I didn't think it was.
Wow, Amber.
I didn't think it was gonna be bad. I just didn't know it would taste like a mimosa.
Yeah, it tastes just like a
Just like a
mimosa,
mimosa.
with ginger.
But every time we ever make mimosas, we have extra champagne left over. So I love this that you don't have to waste.
Yes. And I have an allergy to wine, so I have to be very careful with wines and champagnes because they give me a brain reaction where I can hallucinate, which they say is very dangerous. So I don't typically drink wine or champagne, but every once in a while, I love that Corbel Brut. So we celebrated when we signed our cookbook contract with it. And I think because I've been on a plant-based diet, I'm having less reactions to things. I think my body was just becoming really sensitive. So I'm kind of thrilled about that. So yeah, but anyway, all right. So we'll have Greg come in and we'll have him do his drink. He's the bartender of our family. Every holiday, he makes the best drinks, and he's our mixology guy. This is just me doing me. That's why it was really simple. But fresh squeezed orange juice and everything like that, and you'll be good. If you really want to make it fresh and PlantTastic. So anyway, so we'll call Greg over. He's an introvert, he says, but you're gonna like him.
All right, so this is Nicole's son-in-law. This is how I was told I had to introduce him. Awesome. Also my husband. He is amazing. He is an excellent cocktail maker. Like my mom said earlier, he makes all the cocktails for every family gathering we've ever had. So he's made a new drink for us today to try, which we're really excited about. But before that, you do need to try.
Oh, that's right.
The orange ginger mimosa. Look, he's afraid of it.
No, that is really good. No, I was just thinking about it. That's really good.
Did you like it?
That is very mimosa-y.
Yeah,
You like that?
surprising,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the ginger is very good too. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the ginger.
It really works.
It does. Okay, I'm going to remove these so you can see what he's making.
What do I drink while he's making?
Oh, well, no. Well, then we'll put that over there.
Perfect. Okay.
And we can put Greg's over there just in case he wants a little sip.
My extra strong mimosa
I'm definitely going to
for the
drink.
evening time.
Yeah, it's almost evening.
Almost evening.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Somewhere.
Hey.
Not
hey.
here, but somewhere.
Yeah, it is a Sunday. Nobody's driving. We're home in the beautiful home of Amber and Greg. Okay.
All right.
All right, Greg, take it away.
So I still don't really know what I'm going to call this. The nearest thing I could come across was a 12 o'clock rye, and so I don't know if that's a good bet.
Ooh, I like
Maybe a
it.
dad
Yeah.
joke. I can't help but make the dad joke. There's the dad joke. It's there. Okay.
Thank you.
So it uses mint to flavor it, but the main ingredient is going to be rye. I'm actually going to use a little bit of water, kind of an equal amount of rye and water, and then mandarin orange and lime. So the first thing you want to do for this, and this is where I just realized that we're going to have to either pause or start over because I don't have the other ingredient I needed with me, which was cane sugar.
No, it's
So
okay.
I'm missing a thing.
That's
He's
okay.
gonna
Go ahead.
He's gonna go get cane.
He's going to go, and then we're going to be happy.
I accidentally told my mom we didn't have oranges.
She's over there at the counter cutting oranges, and I was like, isn't that orange? I asked her, I have the ginger. We could have squeezed the oranges and made not a canned version of it, but it's okay. I forgive her.
I thought
Because she has 2 toddlers and is going for a master's right now, so she's exhausted and actually has a full-time job.
I didn't actually lie to her, but we can say that we wanted you to see the really fast version. So you don't have to squeeze your orange, but you can if you want. If you have them, double check if you have them. You might somewhere in your house.
Okay, so this uses raw cane sugar. You can use a refined sugar, but then you are going to get into it's got chemicals in it. It's refined. I think they actually refine sugar with charcoal or something, or bone charcoal or something weird like that. But yeah, this is just regular sugar, just cane sugar.
Yes, and this would be vegan, actually,
it
right?
would be, yes.
Yes, because
No.
a lot of sugars are not.
Yeah, but this would be, this is the sugar in the raw kind, but just, your regular, if it says raw cane sugar, then that's what you're looking for. The reason we're using this instead of syrup is because I'm actually going to use it to muddle the mint a little bit. So I'm going to put just a teaspoon in each of these. And that's the first thing I'm going to put in.
I like it already.
And then I'm going to take some mint. So I'm going to take individual leaves off, and then I'm going to try and clean it up later. You can take big kind of pinches off. If you don't want the mint floating around, so you can even just take a little bit of the stalk. Not for everybody. If you want to do that, you can.
I like the leaves in it, but I also like that drink. What's the drink that they almost put a salad in? What's the name of it? It's so good. Sorry. Maybe we can put it on the screen when it comes to me. But I order them a lot in the summer.
There's a few out there. The one that this is pretty much inspired by is the mojito.
That's the
okay,
drink I was
yeah,
thinking
there you
of.
go, yeah.
That's the drink I was thinking of
Which
because I love
uses
that.
mint really effectively. And honestly, I almost kind of just made a mojito, but this was like as far as I could get from a mojito while still kind of getting that good flavor that a mojito has with mint and sugar. So
How many leaves are you putting in each cup?
yeah, so these are those are leaves that are maybe about an inch across. I'm putting about 3 or 4 in each of them. You can kind of tailor that to your taste. It depends on how much mint you like. You like a little bit less. I like a little bit more. I would probably not stop until there were 8 or more in there, but that's a little excessive. So after that,
Oh,
what
we
I'm
would
gonna
like
do-
that. We're kind of excessive spice and taste people.
Yeah, I'm gonna just shake it just a tiny bit just to get some of the cane sugar like mixed in with the leaves there. Some of it gets on top, some of it gets underneath. And then this is just from a mortar and pestle. You can probably use anything that you can get down to press with it, but this helps a lot. You're actually not going to do this very much. You're just going to press pretty lightly, just a little bit. you're not really gonna smash it in there. You just want to really just kind of get some of the sugar into the mint, just to kind of activate a little bit of the mint there. Makes it a little bit more flavorful than just dropping the mint leaves in. All right. So now that that's done.
Yeah, I guess because the herbs would release their oils by doing that,
yeah,
right?
And doing it too much kind of like kills the mint, and then the mint looks kind of like just floppy, and then
okay,
it also it's a little too strong.
I'm
too
glad
much.
you explained that because I would probably kill the mint. Murder it.
It starts getting that like dark green, like soggy,
basil. Every time I chop it too much, it gets it's so waterlogged. It gets a lot of.
You know what? Every time I do
cook
with an herb, I do that, and now I know why.
Yeah, basil is highly hydrated. Yeah.
So the next thing we're gonna do is I'm using mandarin oranges and limes. So we're gonna put 1 lime and 1 mandarin orange just squeezed into each of these. So I'm gonna do it in halves. Here with the number 1 orange. It's gonna take a little while.
Can I ask you what is different between rye and whiskey? Do you know?
I actually don't know all the details of it either. I know that rye is in bourbon, and so bourbon technically has like a decent amount of it. Rye is basically the same as bourbon, just with a much higher amount of rye.
Okay, all right. Well,
that definitely has to do with the process when
know.
they actually make the whiskey. And what's funny is I really know very little about it. I would know about Scotch and about certain parts of beer, but I like rye. I just don't know what is in it. All right. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to do the 2 halves each, so it's about 1 orange worth. It's going into each of these. I usually do put like 2 of these in and squeeze just to get more juice out, but for this I'm just going to kind of do the quick way. But usually you don't get all of it out when you just squeeze once with these. I like to get a little bit extra juice out. So.
And we'll put up the actual ingredients, so you don't have to memorize. Everything. We'll put that up, and I guess we can do that on the blog. We'll put a link to the blog. We've got it up and running. When you go on it, it's not completely finished. So if you see pages that look like they're kind of still templates, that's kind of where I've gotten to. So it's coming soon, and we'll get it all together. It's actually, honestly, the blog is 3 months ahead of where I thought it would be.
It's under construction. But
yes, exactly. So you'll see pages that are just templates still. That's kind of the nature of when you're starting these things.
Yeah, this recipe isn't too complicated. It's really just you kind of have to do it in the glass for the mint and getting that muddled a little bit with the sugar. And you also kind of have to, it's a little bit of work getting the squeezing done and stuff like that. You can do that beforehand, or even, you can use just already squeezed lime juice. That works as well.
Or orange juice out of a jar, as we learned in our last drink.
Also very doable.
Good thing I didn't have oranges.
All right.
It was a handy thing to have, and it is like if you just want a quick mimosa, you know what I mean? Like, she made fantastic pancakes the other day. I cannot wait. She sent me pictures of them. I was so jealous with the aquafaba. There's been 2 things that have flummoxed me because I haven't used the aquafaba, just because I'm not a big chickpea person. And so she whipped the aquafaba, and I've never seen vegan pancakes that high. So I can't wait to have them. And say you made those and you hit on this awesome pancake, you might want, whether it's a mocktail or to quickly be able to put together. I'm sorry, Greg, go ahead.
That's okay. All right, so now I'm going to do the rye. I'm going to do 1 shot of rye. I usually completely wing this, so I don't use this thing very often. I usually count. It's about like a second, but...
Because he knows what he's doing.
I don't know if I know what I'm doing.
If I did that, you would be like, this is really gross.
Sometimes the hardest thing for me to do is to actually make a recipe for a drink, because I never make the same drink twice. I just do something and there's a result. But so in this case, that was a shot of rye. The thing we're gonna do next is actually add a shot of water. You don't necessarily need to measure out the shot, but usually about like a 1-to-1 ratio is what you're looking for. The reason for that is actually, I really think it actually draws out the flavor of what you have without kind of adding an extra flavor or filler. But also, if you left the water out, it might maybe be a little too strong.
Is that similar to how they use ice cubes in whiskey to kind of bring?
Yeah. And again, I know Scotch relatively well, but a little bit of water in Scotch actually brings out more of the flavor.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Okay.
Yeah. So that's something I was kind of used to, and you get out a little bit more. And in this case, obviously, it's not a small amount of water; it's like the 1-to-1 with the alcohol. But I really think it brings out the flavor, and it doesn't overpower the mint. Because I think that, if you have a good drink like a mojito, a lot of the stuff in there is, sugar and water, honestly, so the mint can come out. But I think if you were to make a really strong drink, it would be hard for the mint to come out without you having to make it overpowering. So I'm giving this a stir. And then optional to this is just orange bitters. I like a little bit. I do like bitters a lot, and they're actually really good with whiskey and rye drinks, but I think it adds a little bit more to this as well. So you don't need to use them, but if you want to, you just add a couple drops of orange bitters. You give it one more quick stir. Just make sure when you stir this too, you stir from like the bottom and come up, because the cane sugar kind of has to be mixed in there. It has a tendency to sit at the bottom, so you really want to give it a good stir. Make sure it comes loose. There'll probably still be just a tiny bit left at the bottom, but just want to get most of it stirred in there.
That's okay. You kind of want to do that with your glass anyway when you're having these drinks.
And then we're just going to do a little bit of ice in each one.
You want to swish a bit.
It looks beautiful.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, this is a...
And I grow so much mint.
Sometimes you just need something to do with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can't help but go for the time of year when I make something. This is, to me, is like kind of good spring flavor while still using rye. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
He always serves us first. He's a good, he's the best bartender. All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh.
Even better than last night.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, I did do a practice run on it.
It's really good. It's light, it's refreshing, it's really good. This would be an awesome summer drink. Spring, summer, Christmas.
I think you're right too. It's got a good, the summer flavor coming out with the rye.
Really
so it's really
a summer flavor.
I think I chose rye because I just wanted to, because I don't actually know if it's as good of a spring flavor, but I really want to use rye. I like making drinks with it, so.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really light. I think the flavors are really balanced between the citrus and the rye, and the mint. It's really good.
I think one thing there's a lot of like really sweet cocktails out there in the world, and one thing I love about the drinks you make is they're not overly sweet.
No, you don't get that.
It's just refreshing and
tasty. You don't know that you have sugar in here. You wouldn't know if you hadn't seen them put it in. You're not getting hit in the face like you do like with a Cosmo or something like that, where the syrup hits you. Kind of hard.
We like the flavor of that better, but not only that, but honestly, I think it's better for hangover purposes too, because you're not drinking straight sugar.
It's true.
It helps a lot. Another reason I love Scotch too, but I don't mix that very often. I usually just drink that straight. So this works.
It's hard to mix mixers into your Scotch or good whiskey.
So this a little bit of a kind of spring summery.
12 o'clock rye.
12 o'clock rye. I like it.
Back on your patio.
Yeah. It's going. I was
that
definitely
new drink you really need.
Definitely going for.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought you said 12 o'clock rye. I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. You didn't make a mocktail version like I did.
When in doubt, always assume that I didn't make the dirty joke. I made the bad joke instead.
Why did you make that guy a dad joke? I made an alcohol, right? No, you know me. I'm a good mother and grandmother, I swear. All right.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It was delicious. Yes. Absolutely delicious. And there was something I wanted to say that I thought I forgot about. That tastes just as good as a mocktail, the mimosa I made. So I think it's really good, isn't it? Don't you?
Oh, yeah.
So if you're alcohol free, which, we're all for that too, that makes a really good,
it still tastes like a mimosa.
It still tastes exactly like a mimosa without the vodka in it. So
I chugged some earlier, so I know.
Yeah, she chugged it. So
I was making room.
You were, because I wasn't thinking. I make a lot of mocktails, so that's why I forgot to leave the space for the alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm not a big day drinker. Obviously, it's not safe to be gardening
True.
while drinking.
Pass
so,
out in the sun.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
good.
it's not really good. So don't do that. All right. Okay. Well,
Yeah, thank you all. I'm excited to join this journey with everyone and keep sticking with us for cooking and gardening and entertaining tips and videos and ideas.
and hopefully Greg's going to join us more often. He's an
Hopefully.
introvert, he said, but he
did great.
He did great.
Doing
Yeah.
my best to hide behind the glass.
Yeah.
It's not working.
He doesn't need to hide. Okay, great. Have a great day, everybody, and thanks for watching.